Good morning, Lex. It's Wednesday here on Nope, not on that show. Okay, it's Monday morning. I'm super excited that our vlog has gone so well so far. I loved your 3 photographers. They were fantastic. Thanks for sharing that with me. I originally was going to talk about the People's Choice Awards, but let's be real, I would have spent 3 minutes talking about Nathan Fillion and his purple tie and how he brought his brother and his speech, and no one wants to listen to that. So what I'm going to talk about today is a book that I really love. The author is a friend of mine. I met her this summer, and she's wonderful and talented, and she has written this really amazing book. I love reading her book. So, the book that I'm going to talk about is called Here by Lindsay Kugler. Lindsay is based out of Portland, Oregon. She wrote the book while she was in Portland. She moved to Portland, I think, a couple years ago from Austin, Texas, but she's originally out of Phoenix, I think. I met her when I worked for a nonprofit organization this summer, and didn't know she was writing this book till almost I'd left, and it was about getting ready to be published. So when I got here to North Carolina, I bought a copy, and I'm so glad that I did. So here is a series of what they call intimate vignettes. It's short, clipped pieces of story that share with you her year in Austin, Texas, where she was a social worker and an online provocateur. Lindsay actually self-published a version of this through Portland, Oregon's Independent Publishing Resource Center. So she did that, and then someone at the University of Health Press loved it and picked it up. They turned it into a different version of the book, I guess you could say. All the photographs in the book are pictures that Lindsay has taken, and it's written really well, and it's put together really well, and I just absolutely love it, and I think that you should read it. So I'm going to read to you one of my favorite sections, and then you can also go on her website, which is linked down below. There's a different excerpt that's on the website, and then also below I will put a link to where you can buy the book. I lost it. There it is. This really kind of shares with you how this whole thing is written, so I hope you enjoy. Love on Slaughter Lane. I first met my then boyfriend in person off Slaughter Lane. The street made me nervous for a lot of reasons, the biggest being the name. He suggested we meet at a corner store so he could buy cigarettes, but that made me even more anxious. I decided meeting him on a dark side street was better. My then boyfriend lived with his ex-brother-in-law, who taught him how to blow glass pipes, let him live at his house, and use his studio. Their relationship was often strained by the demands of business and my then boyfriend's inherent artistic talent with glass. In order to pay rent, my then boyfriend spent a lot of time pulling long strips of colored glass called stringers. Or he spent hours and hours compiling other complicated pieces of smoking appliances. I liked watching him with his goggles on, melting and moving glass. Some people are true performers without even noticing. He smashed glass with the grace of some weather god, containing a perfect hailstorm in his workspace. We spent most of our time at his ex-brother-in-law's house in 3 areas: the glass studio, his bedroom, and right out front on the driveway when he took his constant smoke breaks. During those breaks, we always ran out of things to talk about. I learned how to suppress everything I wanted to tell him and just stay quiet. Just listen. He didn't always want to talk, and we would take the pressure off each other by watching his neighbors. I tried to remember my old ballet moves, pirouetting on the concrete as rain fell on the warm ground. Sometimes I would just stand close to him with my arms folded up to my chest in prayer. I would kiss his cheek or neck while he smoked, and it always made him uncomfortable. He moved away and spit through the gap in his front teeth. It made a loud squirting sound I will never forget. I longed to hear that sound. It punctuated jokes, angry words, and I love yous. One time he chased me across the street without moving his feet. He shot spit through his teeth like a super soaker, and I squealed. I had only been in love once before, and it felt like I was wading through warm Vaseline. I was comfortable, shiny, and well lubricated. So that's an excerpt from Here by Lindsay Kugler. You should definitely check it out. The link to purchase it is below. Currently it's only available at Powell's in Portland or online. but you should absolutely buy it. It's like $10. It's totally worth it. As you can see, I'm in a different space. I'm back in North Carolina. This morning I will be beginning my second semester of graduate school. Yay! And so you will see this space much more than you ever saw the last space. In fact, you will probably never see that last space again. It was my sister's old room at my parents' house. And let's be real, the likelihood of you seeing that again is really small. I hope you have a good, I think you also started school this week. So I hope you have a good first week of school. And I will see you on Friday. Bye!